Want this guy in my team. Yeah, so from my point of view, I'm still just a computer guy and joined for
Sure.
networking. Joined for networking.
Hello, and welcome to the show. Today we have Anton Samets, the team lead at Wargaming. First of all, thank you for joining. And is it fair to say that if I'm playing World of Tanks and everything runs smoothly, then it's because your team is doing its job and not slacking around?
Hello, my name is Anton Samets. Hello, Alexei. Yes, of course, we can say about it. Not like only because of us, but because we are the part of the big team of gaming, of infrastructure support who tries to do our best. And yes, World of Tanks, World of Warships, World of Tanks Blitz, and all other wargaming products based like on the things which we try to do our best.
That's pretty awesome, I would say. And do you play yourself?
Oh yeah, yes, really.
So that maybe you heard of the term called dogfooding. It's when you consume your own product. So basically, you also can test it out and then call the respective person and say, like, I saw a bug.
Yes, yes, and I'm the most annoying sometimes person for our QA department in the World of Tanks because I found like this small features from position of user, which like can be annoyed, and sometimes I'm just because I'm the part of free gaming, I can not like push, but I can suggest that guys, this bug is like really visible for players. It's like really annoying. Probably we can do something with it, like in like to high priority for these bugs or whatever. And yes,
It's
yeah, I'm just playing. I'm not sure how much thousand of the battles I've played, and like my wife complaining about a little bit. Yeah, if I'm doing it like in at evening. Yeah. I'm like really big fan of World of Tanks.
yeah, I would say sometimes having the insight in the company when you also using the product of the company really helps because first of all the right person just in case to ask to look at this because when a user submits a bug then it goes into a funnel and sometimes it may not be spotted by the right person, but if you know the right person you can at least kind of ask to look at this one.
Yes, I can highlight it, yeah, or whatever. But sometimes, like it was one really annoying bug. Then some enemy tank has been spotted in some reason, and I feel like freeze of my computer. It like FPS has been dropped to the zero for like a half of second or even seconds, and in the shooters or in the battles, it's a little bit critical. Yeah, you should know. And even then, the bug has been tested in production. It has been only after like 3 months. Yeah, it's all of this development cycle. Yeah, of course, it's like it's very high. It's very critical. Of course, it will be micro patched in the like few days even. Yeah, but for some of these bugs, it can take a time.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about your life path in tech. Why why you decided to actually go into a tech field? Was you kind of drew inspiration from from someone around, or there was something like I don't know, a grandfather or father or uncle who said like you should go in tech, or it was a movie. So why?
Oh, interesting question. As for me, and as think, it was like natural. I have no any like additional inspiration around me because I'm from Belarus originally. It's like post-Soviet Union era in my country, and just in school we went for additional, not additional, like the main something call it with programming, but mostly it was like playing for some old computers inside it. And on 10th and 11th form, we have joined like in some computer not computer company, but something which has computers. And we started to from basic, from Pascal, and okay, it's like sounds good. It sounds interesting. I love mathematics at all. It's like probably because of mathematics, and it's enjoyable. It has rules. It's understandable. Yeah, and because of it, I suppose mostly because of it. And when I try to figure it out where I want to be in my Belarusian State University of Informatics and Radio Electronics, they open it specialty which is called informatics, and after that you receive a degree of mathematics system programmer. So sounds good, sounds interesting. It's like beginning of 2000s, yeah, so why not. And during this study also we have our home networks, yeah, which has been started because internet was really slow. It was not enough. It's not possible like in all homes. Yeah, so we have one ADSL modem, and after that we connected Ethernet between ourselves, sharing music, sharing video, playing video games, like, and it was really exciting for me to bring the people the happiness, probably, and try to figure it out how it works. So starting learning Linux at the beginning, yeah, Windows. So it's like system administrator. Probably it was a part of me since even university. And a lot of our guys has been working since like third uh, year of the study, and like EPAM. Yeah, it was really really beginning, and we have all of this starting of computer companies, IT sphere in Belarus. So probably that's it from this side. Some of my not classmates, university mates are like in America right now. Really, a small count of people are still in Belarus. Yeah, the most of them like Germany, Poland, some of Scandinavian countries, America, of course, and whatever, like well, around the globe.
Cool, cool. I actually I can reflect to the same experience. So since I'm also from the post-Soviet country, we had a lesson at school called informatics, something like the computer science, but very very minimal. And well, most of the time, what we did there is paint, and then the whatever had left, we played StarCraft or Duke or Counter Strike or something like that.
It was possibly later than me because we have some club things in the at school, but at university it was the Doom, the first one, or probably Quake 2,
Yeah,
like in very small screen, in very small thing. And funny thing was on the lessons of assembly programming. If somebody starts to play this Doom thing, network has completely, and people can't build assembly code because packages are getting around this network, and it was impossible because of playing the games, not the programming thing.
sure, sure. Yeah, well, the speeds were not as high, but I mean, again, I'm not sure about your experience, but here in Latvia, we pretty much leapfrogged a lot of ancient technologies when it comes to networking. And I remember in 2005, 2004, you actually could get a pretty fast internet connection. And around 2010, you can get a fiber optics straight into your apartment. So that was, and while my I had some folks in Germany, and they were complaining that they can't get a proper network. Well, we here just okay, I can get fiber optics. Who cares?
Yeah, yeah. As for us, probably when I joined like my home network, it was a DSL modem with 256 kilobits per second for whole home network. After that, it starts increasing like 1 megabit per second, a few megabit per second. After that, we reinstall this DSL modem in some other flat because it can run faster, like 25 megabits per second. It was like, whew, it's like a space for us at the beginning. And the era of home networks probably has been ended when some ISP providers came and pass like not like fiber optic. Fiber optic it's like current state in our country, but just Ethernet. So stomic 100 megabits probably or less. It depends. Yeah, and after that our home network like and because I moved it out from my parents' flat and it
Yeah.
stopped like support. And I really like internet in Baltic countries. Yeah, it's like really fast, and even I remember getting here in Vilnius like 10 or like more years ago, it's like, oh my God, you already have like 100 megabits per second, like because we like struggled like in 10 or less. But it depends probably the time when you started to bring technologies. Yeah, probably this gap between like old capitalist countries because they started early and they are has been linked to this old technologies like COBOL. Yes, as I
Yeah.
remember, probably that's why something fresh which has been started, you have no any tech debt, yeah, under your back.
Well, that's cool. So basically, you were the system administrator from the early beginnings of your career,
Like 20, more than 20 years for now. Yeah, yeah.
and then you jumped into the finance, into the bank.
Not like in finance. Yeah, from my point of view, I'm still just a computer guy. Joined for
Sure.
networking. Joined for networking. Yes, it was like network department for the like main bank in Belarus, and we just I was learned. Yeah, probably, and I still have like friend of mine, and we still have a conversation during weekends for 1 hour call, just to. It's very close to me, like the soul. Probably one guy from this. He probably taught me all things connected to the network, to be like afraid of changes sometimes, to be very patient for the when you put some ACL on some network device. Yeah, how you should be reinsurance about it, and that's etc etc. Yeah, and like my career was here like really pretty fast. I was start like the specialist of the first category, like in 1 year it was became like lead, and like after 2 years it became like a main specialist. I'm not sure how it's possible to translate. And
Mm,
after that in bank, uh, the next growing it's only like to be some lead of something,
mm.
but not in my case. And it was like not like five perfect. Yeah, probably for the beginning of career this 5 years was enough, and it was just shown me like a network specialist.
Well, I've never been in banking myself, but I mean, I do have some folks around there, and I'm mostly hearing some horror stories about sitting in a bank. That it's super stable. It's like super stable, but then it's also super kind of outdated. They're using of outdated technologies, and then they're so much afraid of change and going what is going to cost and what is going to cause, that most of the time nothing actually happens. Is that true?
uh like 100%. Yeah, it's really I just remember the change in one string in ACL. It's caused like you need to put some paper. It should be signed like two or three or more bosses above you, and etc. And to do but just one small change. um, and it was really before I joined the banks, I thought that in bank sphere some special people works. Yeah, like okay, bank finance, like money, etc. But when I joined, I just realized they're the same people.
Okay, so it's a you kind of went from a very stable environment into a very, let's say, fluid and dynamic.
It was like growing like pretty fast because I when I joined, I was probably 150 person in Wargaming, and for the a few next year, we have like 2,000 people. Like it was like really, really, really fast growing. So it's very funny how I joined the Wargaming.
Please tell us.
Oh, so we have IRC network by nets. Yes, we have a separate channel Cisco. Yeah, not advertisement. Yeah, but the name. Yeah, because I mostly work with this network vendor in bank. And some guy joined the channel and said that we have we experiencing some issue, the packet loss on our devices. Probably can you? So I've just got the private channel, and we talk a lot. I suggest like editing some ICL, what we should tune, some tune buffers or whatever. So just technical things. And after that, he suggests me, so please came to us in the office. We have like something urgent thing. It was August 2010. Try do your best probably to say something. It's probably one of the I'm not missing much, but I visited, I tried to do, and it was probably like hidden job interview, but not so hidden. I suppose that the guy said, I want this guy in my team. Yeah, so it was like enjoying. They talk with me. So, and for me, it was really frustrating because as I remember, usually in the companies they ask, "Do you play any computer games?" Because of I don't know, probably you can play them during the home during work hours. Yeah, and I've just said, "Why you don't ask me? Do you play any games?" They look at me. Uh, okay. Do you play games? No. Why you asked us to ask this question to you? I don't know, probably of responsibility that I'm a good guy, didn't play the games on during working hours. And they suggest me to join their team, but I was like also this responsibility probably before my bank, and I said my contract has been expired in January, probably after that I can join you. So they waited me for this 4 months probably before I joined like officially in Wargaming.
Was it was it hard to switch the company? Um,
I'm not sure because I usually was like the latest person who joined somewhere because friend of mine from the university thinks they already worked in some private company companies IT companies, and they asked me, Anton, when you will join the normal private IT company. So I was the latest thing. So it was not. Yes, it was probably kind of easy. I've just said that expired of my contract. I said I will left the bank like 100%. I joined for the salary like too much higher than it was in the bank sphere. And at the beginning, it was really a few first years. It was really really tough because the stack is like completely or not the same, different. You need to learn from beginning some things. You need to learn a lot of new information because probably I called myself like chameleon because
mm,
I adapted to the environment. And so then I saw that the guys which I has been working has more knowledge. I want this knowledge too. I want to know to do something, how to do it, and etc. And the first years we like fighting with the network packet losses on the network equipment for development and starting our clusters as we called, but in data centers sometimes. So we set in Moscow, in Novosibirsk, probably. Joined at Amsterdam. I visited West Coast and East Coast. I visited Singapore during this, so it was really interesting. Yes, at the beginning, visited Shanghai or not Beijing. Yeah, so it's like really good start for career when you join the company, and it's in very beginning and very popular product.
yeah, it's you because then your responsibilities are quite broad, and then you have also the opportunities to learn something more. So I believe it was not only all fun and stuff, but it also was like a huge learning curve for you to gain some new knowledge and new experience.
Yes, but I really want it. Yeah, like infrastructure as a code as Puppet in some monitor tools like Cacti and Zabbix, of course. Yeah, I still remember a lot of tickets we opened for Zabbix for adapt our monitoring things here. Really, really a lot of things to learn, to know, and probably the main thing that I really want to know the reason why it happened, some issues or whatever, and I try to do uh, my best to fix it or to do it. So that's why. But sometimes these issues like became more under the round. And when you join it, usually I try to make an order here. Yeah, like I've like setting, rereading every manual, try to figure it out, every parameter settings and whatever, try to achieve our best in this case, and like just fix this problem here, and like never return back for it. Yeah, just not to polish it, not to transparent it, but try to fix it like permanently, even it requires raise issue in GitHub or making pull request and whatever.
But then you kind of transferred from an engineering to more a team lead role, right?
Yeah. And I'm
How it
from the
feels.
people, and I'm from the people who are still engineer. Yeah, and it's not like my will. As for me, I never like, sorry, well, mates, yeah, to try to manage teams because it's involve human, and as you can understand, it's much harder than computers. Yeah. It was like the decision because my previous team lead joined on a more upper position, and choice usually like this. We suggest you this team lead role, or some guys from the site will join you as a team lead. Yeah, so usually it's quite understandable choice what you will choose in this case. And I suppose, like currently, I'm almost 4 years as team lead. But how to know how to try to manage people as manage people or understand it, it became only like 1 or 2 years ago. Because first two years it was mostly like you continue to make something automatically things, not to try to join or understand or whatever. Yeah, it's really tough, really. And after some meetings and meetings, and we have a trainings thing, you understand. And in as team lead, you also have the graduate of mastery. That, oh, okay, it's like an engineer position too. You have like you can be like the middle, you can be the top, or you can be ace in this case.
Yeah, the biggest problem with humans probably is that you can't restart them, right?
Restart. Please forgive that I thought to tell to you like the last 5 minutes. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, it doesn't work like this.
Cool, but I mean, you're more now into management. Do you still do anything on your own, fix things with your hands, or
Of course. Like yesterday, I was fixing some monitoring things about RAID disk still, uh, but I feel that some things has been changed. That for I didn't join some project really deep. I really know that I have 2 or 3 responsible guys for this thing. I can do this high level management to discuss with the team. Probably, as you can notice, I am like mostly like chat box. I usually try to figure it out how to involve people, try to connect each other, try to avoid some edges things. Um, Probably it's pretty well works. Yeah.
cool, awesome. No, that's a shift, and I know it's I know another guy who was in a technical role, and then he started at the management position, and he was quite heavy to adapt to it. Yeah, because it wasn't actually even that he was bad at managing people, but he just didn't like the idea that you spend most of the time in KPIs, spreadsheets, meetings, and so on. He said like, I just want to do stuff, like good back in old days. Just type on a keyboard and do stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I so we also, I suppose, in any company you have the guy or guys or girls who try to, because of some reason they became team leads or whatever, but like in a few months probably, or even years, they join it back as engineer. Probably that's because it's not there. Yeah, it's quite understandable for me. As for my side, probably we don't have such KPIs, and still my boss still is a more technical guy than management guy, so he completely understands. We don't have like strict. I didn't have much time to spend exactly like managers tools about this spreadsheets or whatever. I don't want to, and uh, probably because I'm not so high manager. Yeah, but I have my like small team, 6 people including me, so that's probably I can avoid for now this really big things. As for KPI, usually we have like 5 or 6 goal tasks for year probably, and we try to achieve them. Yeah, it's like it works like this in our case.
Cool, awesome. How do you think in your field? What are the biggest challenges right now, considering that the game becomes more popular or requires more resources and so on? What are the biggest challenges that you face that are currently buggy you or cannot get out of your mind?
And here struggled, yeah, because I don't have such like stoppers or challenges. This all this hype around AI, I'm not sure should we put in any kettle right now. Yeah, because why? Why we need kettle AI in kettle? Mm. People management still like it's interesting thing. Support for the new products, adopt our processes for existing things, because the most challengeable things right now, it's because you're like working here for years and you know how it works, but if some new guy join, it's like another space for him. And if you have no any special tools or instructions, clear instructions like do this one with this one, and you will achieve what you want. It's probably one of the most interesting, not interesting thing, but struggling, and what you want to know and how to fix it. And currently, with every new guy in my team or whatever, we have this checklist, we have instruction, and usually I said, let's go through it. If you have any issues, we will fix them, and please edit this instruction to correspond things what we'll to do for the next people. Should be much more easier in future, or probably you have a fresh look and you can adopt something, or you see something which we can see right now because we're in shores. Yeah.
So basically, documentation is king, right?
Of course, of course. Some of this knowledge base that you should just type a few words and you should have a big list of suggestion, what to read, what to know, and etc. Yeah, and as my every time I saw, guys, if you do something, just please open the page, try to feel as much as you can, even if it will be some output of the some programs in future or utilities in future. It will helps you and help your colleagues if they will struggle with the same thing. They just entered in the search field and will find your, and okay, I understand somebody already uh, touched this, and we can manage how to deal or fix it. Yeah.
What if tomorrow you'd quit? No reason. Whatever. But basically, tomorrow you need to think about what you're going to do next. Would you continue your journey in technology or even in pretty much narrow field, or you would be looking at completely different field or completely different industry?
As for now, I see probably back at not like back because I will not cure the tech thing because it's the only thing that I know. As for me, because my father was a professional driver for going these heavy trucks from Belarus to Europe and back. Uh, my grandfather also knew a lot about automobiles, auto as much more. But I completely like a dumb in this sphere. I'm like. I know that you can put liquid for washing your wa- washing
Windshield.
your glass, yeah, windshield, and probably that's all. Yeah, I was like completely uh, noob in this sphere because I have bought my car from the salon. I have never done, just came one time per year for the technical service. That's it. I don't want to know how it works mostly. And as for but in technical sphere, if I try to join, probably it will not be an issue for me to try to start this journey like in auto sphere. But I don't want right now. So yes, mostly I will try one more time in technical sphere, try to find something. Probably have a rest like for months, not more.
Well,
Think that. mm, you should like not you should work if you want work you should work because your brain should be work in this case.
yeah, right. And I mean, that's also a positive thing because then it means that you're not disappointed in the industry. Um,
Completely no, well, just completely not disappointed. I'm still the guy. I'm still interested to solving the issues. I'm surrounded the people in my sphere which try to figure it out, not like please close the bug and I don't care what inside it. Yeah, I'm the person. So okay, you solve the bug. Can you tell your journey how you do this? For example, in our company we have lightning talks each Friday, and for this hour, like for 10 or 15 minutes, it depends on the situation. You or another colleague uh, told what exactly happened, how they solve it, so how interesting thing, and all of this user experience, uh, not like user, yeah, it's mostly like engineer experience shared by. And the one main critical thing, so when you became this tech lead or like expert, uh, you are nothing if you doesn't share it, yeah,
yeah,
because you can know everything but if you are not sharing, there are no any profit for company probably and for you as a the expert, yeah.
sharing is caring.
Yes,
That's
yes,
that would
completely.
be something. Okay, but how do you keep yourself on track with the current technologies? How are you attending some Q&A sessions or some trainings, additional ones, or you just in the late evening hours when everyone goes to sleep, you open some new technology and start to fiddling around with it?
Oh, yeah, I'm more like retrograde person. I usually, because of my position, yeah, we do not like drop something like, okay, this technology is half of year old, and probably it's old technology right now. Let's join the next one. Yeah.
Cool, fair enough. And if someone would like to jump into your shoes and um, take the same path to the basically infrastructure team, what would you advise? Because if we look at the trend right now, a lot of people that are starting their IT journey, they're a little bit afraid of the AI is the big buzzword right now, so that is going to take their job, or for any reason that what you would advise, don't be afraid and just go, or look for some newer technologies that might be popular, or try to learn the maybe something um, older to be needed, like I know COBOL, for example, to still maintain the banking applications.
Yeah, if you want to be a rich, yeah, non-replaceable person, yeah, try to learn Cabal. Uh, I just want to say, just try to join it. Try to do some courses. Like here, it's a little bit of advertisement in Wargaming. We have Wargaming Forge, which allows people to join a Wargaming company from even from university. Yeah, became our interns, and after that, join the teams. Like we do it regularly for the last time. Not sure if count in Belarus location is 5 or 6 or 7 years old, and currently a lot of people who started by this program, they're team leads right now on more.
Hmm?
It's really interesting starting path. Like friend of mine, like database administrators, he's team lead for like a few years. So he became team lead in 2 or 3 years after the start. So it's really nice start if you're like smart person who understand, responsible, try to learn, because of this knowledge sharing we try to provide to our best, because you are growing the specialist, and in this case it's much more easier because you prepare them to join in your team using like the same tools, or and try to show them and things which we are working on.
Try to use as less AI as possible.
um, Probably sometimes it's your friend, and I suppose in a few years or even like in 10 years it will be your personal assistant, which will know much more about you, will help you with some things, and I'm not sure about organizing, but it will be just helpful tool. But it, for now it can't even like replace a lot of things, because as for me currently AI it's most likely like a parrot who knew something from the internet but didn't know the future. AI in the future, sorry if you will watch it, please do not punish me. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, to me, I look at it as a search for a lazy one. So you could Google something and then go through some 5 6 articles and links and get the information, or you can just use a shortcut like AI just to do the search for you and then just summarize things, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah, it's like please give a recipe of pig wings. Okay, you need like to take a few kilos of pig wings, and after that, blah blah blah. Yeah, that is the same thing. So, but yes, I suppose in future it will be your helper, but please avoid like try to recheck everything which he suggests for now. Yeah. As we can see currently, is a much more like errors or warnings can be caused by this code.
Yeah, it is. So if you would meet yourself 20 years ago, so you current, you meet yourself, but 20 years ago, any advice you would give to yourself? Maybe like try to do something at earlier stage or try to learn something at earlier stage, or learn something new.
As I can see, I want any like changes for now. Yeah, I really like the place where I am in right now. I have no any excuses what I've done. I've learned much, and I have no any turns to join like in some wrong way or right way. It like continue to do what you want, continue to learn something new, continue to think about it, and uh, dream about it, and buy more bitcoins. Yeah, so just spend $100 in early beginning and you will be the rich guy these 20 years probably.
Probably that's the biggest advice that everyone can give to themselves like 10 years ago or 15 years ago. Just invest into that thing. Who would have knew? Who would have knew, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Any hobbies besides the infotech that can substitute where you can relax and don't think about connections, package losses, and all that stuff?
I currently doesn't think about any packages losses for like last 7 years. Yeah, because we solve this problem permanently in World of Tanks. But here in Vilnius, I've opened it for myself badminton for 1.5 year, and it's like pretty cool, awesome thing, because badminton from the childhood, uh, your mission was try not to how to call, shuttlecock to drop down. Currently, your missile is please do this shuttlecock down to the earth on your opponent's side. Really interesting, very mindful, really physical activity. I love it so much for now. And I even didn't know that it will inspire me. And currently, like today is Friday. Sorry for yeah. I waiting for 8 p.m. at evening, and we will play like 2 hours of badminton things. Table tennis also. I like to listen to music. Probably as most of you, yeah. Also, I really like joining some movies or TV series. Really interesting. So, and also I have my family, my wife and two daughters. So spending time with them, and the mostly that I do right now, it's for their future. Yeah. So
Right.
what my daughters will receive in this world and whatever.
Do they play badminton as well?
My oldest one try, but currently she is unhappy with her phone. Yeah, probably it was a mistake to buy a phone in 10 years old. Yeah, sorry, please avoid it until like 15 at least. Yes.
I think the same. I think the same. But I mean, guilty as charged. I also did the same mistake, and I was, thinking back, like, yeah, that probably should have waited. Um, are you? Do you play badminton one versus one, or it's two by two?
Pairs by pairs. Usually we play by pairs, and that's why I love badminton in pairs because like sometimes you can save somebody, or sometimes another person can save you. And on last Saturday, it was my first turnership, and we took with my friend like third place, so in pairs.
Ooh,
So it really, sounds really cool, and I suppose that in the next year I will join it more or less on regular basis to join in tournaments. But it's more fun, and also it's about community. Here in Vilnius, we have very friendly environment about it, and the people like from like Lithuania, Latvia, Belarus, Russia, and other countries like from India, from Pakistan. We all together, we play together and unify people. We do some parties like Christmas party, the beginning of year party, or Halloween parties. Yeah, like each like 3 or 4 months we have celebrate and do. After badminton, we join to the bar, and sometimes we even like on 4 a.m. going home. So it's really interesting thing.
okay. So let's do the blitz. I have a few questions. It's like A versus B, and yeah, well, sometimes I will ask even why. So the first one, a full scale movie versus a series, like 12 episodes of something. Which one would you prefer?
Serious.
Series. Why?
It will take more time spending together with the person in front of you.
Ah, that's good. That's good. Computer game versus board game.
Computer game. I'm not so board game guy, so but
Okay,
sometimes with the children it can be really interesting thing. Even they are growing every time. You can do less tricks than before.
sure, sure. Um, if we talk about weather, um, positive 30 or negative 20.
Positive 30.
So you like warm weather.
I'm not sure. I like the weather like where we are located in Eastern Europe, probably like in Belarus and Lithuania. I like it much more than on Cyprus. Yeah, probably because I still continue. I still continue getting suggestion move to on Cyprus, but visiting Cyprus like okay, it's okay in late autumn probably or odd spring, but not in the summer. Yeah, so sorry, no, for now.
You don't like to be boiled.
Yes, yes. To be cooked, overcooked.
Sure. Um, now about technology, AWS versus Microsoft Azure.
I didn't work with Microsoft Azure, not so much with AWS, so probably AWS for now.
Now the question on the eternal fight, and we don't want to start any holy wars here, but open source, free open source versus closed source?
Of course, open source.
Yay!
Of course.
Sure. And the last one, as a team lead hiring, would you go with the experienced guy and his big ego, or a guy who is less, or girl who is less experienced, but the eyes are burning for the task?
Of course, the second one.
All right, that would be it. Thank you for joining me, and it was a pleasure. It was a very interesting talk, and see you next time.
Thank you for inviting me, Alexei. It was really pleasure to do it with you and to talk about my experience. Thank you for your interesting questions, and I hope good luck. I wish you luck with your podcasting.
Thank you so much.